Welcome to Gentle Slow Flow Yoga. My name is Mary and I will be your guide throughout this practice today. So today we're going to focus on the act of releasing and really letting go, whether that's your tight muscles, anything you're clenching, or maybe for you today it's more emotional or mental, spiritual stuff that you are trying to release or let go of. So just remember to rest when you need to and modify or change the poses so they fit you and your unique body. And I will try to offer lots of different variations and show you different ways of doing things so that you can find what feels good and feels natural for you. So hope you enjoy this practice. We're going to begin today laying on our backs. So come to the mat and gently lie down on your back with your knees up, soles of your feet on the mat. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And let your eyes close. You start to deepen your breath. And each time you exhale, think about releasing further down into the mat, relaxing any tight muscles, clenching from either being cold or just stiff from the morning. Begin to slowly wave your knees back and forth. Be nice and slow at first. And let them fall to the right and just rest there. And exhale to release the twist, letting them fall to the other side. Exhale to release the twist. And bring your right foot to the top of your left thigh or knee. And move your left foot just to the outside of the mat. Nice deep breath in. On your exhale, bring both knees over to the right. And just try to relax. Notice if you're clenching or holding any muscles, trying to protect yourself from possible pain. Just breathe into it. See if you can just slowly, little by little, let go of that tension. a nice deep breath in. Let it out. You can gently release your foot from your knee and bring your knees back up. Bring your left foot to the top of your right knee. Move your right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let both your knees fall to the left. We all tend to hold our attention in different places throughout our body, usually on a subconscious level. It's hard to notice at first. So those of you who, like me, hold that tension in your hips, you may be feeling some of that release in this stretch. And your hips traveling up the side of your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. And gently release your foot down and bring your knees back up. And gently bring your knees into your chest. Make sure you keep your tailbone flat on the mat. So if your knees don't come all the way to your chest, that's perfectly all right. Clasp your hands together, wrapping them around your knees. Just gently use the weight of your hand to draw your knees in towards your chest. Really focus your attention right through here where your legs are connecting to your pelvic region here. Notice if any of that is tight or just holding. See if you can release, let go of that clenching. Continue with the deep breathing. So breathing in through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Place a hand on each knee. Inhale, gently draw your knees in even further. And then on the exhale, open them out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Gently Draw your knees together. We're going to meet in an easy seated position. So you can roll to your side and sit yourself up. You can roll forward and just find a nice comfortable seated position. Get nice and settled in. Bring your hands to your knees, sit up nice and tall. Let your eyes close. Inhale, lift your shoulders up as you breathe in. So really reach them up towards your ears. Exhale, relax and release the shoulders down. We'll do that a few times. So when you breathe in, really lift your shoulders and as you sit up tall. So your head's, we're not shrinking down in here. You're still nice and tall, but lifting your shoulders and kind of clenching, sometimes purposely clenching those muscles and using the exhale to release can really get you more in tune with that feeling of release. And then you'll start to notice it in places you didn't even know you were clenching. So breathe in, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, release. One more. Drop the tops of your hands down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Clasp your hands together, turning your palms up. And then you're reaching up. Take a nice deep breath in. And the exhale, bring your palms forward, around the back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release the hands, bringing the arms down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms up. Clasp your hands together, pressing up. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach your arms up, clasping your hands together, turning them up. Exhale, pressing them forward. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release. And place your hands on your knees and gently just start to rock back and forth. Kind of leading with your shoulder. And kind of make whatever movements you want, nice and slow, more rhythmic. Just find what feels good in your body in this moment. And place your right hand on the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up high. And exhale, reaching it over to the right. Using your exhale, bring your left hand down. Walk your hands forward. Back to your seated position. Bring your hands back to your knees. And again, a little wave back and forth. And bring your left hand to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And on the exhale, reaching over to the left. Exhale, bring your right hand down and walk your hands forward. And coming back to seated. Place your hands on the mat right in front of you or on your lap if you're on your knees or your legs are straight. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, slide or walk your hands forward, folding forward at the hips. I'm just coming as far as what feels comfortable to you. Breathe in and out on each exhale. See if you can relax and release further down. And use your hand to gently walk yourself back up. And bring the soles of your feet together. Clasp your hands around your toes and kind of scoot your heels in just as far as they'll go. Sit up nice and tall, bringing your shoulders back. A nice deep breath in. On the exhale, fold forward at the hips, still drawing your shoulders back, keeping your back nice and straight. You can just come down like a couple inches, maybe come down 1 inch. Just, you'll know when to stop when you keep your back straight and your shoulders back. It'll reach a stopping point. Just pause there and breathe. Feeling the tension in your arms as you're holding onto your feet. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, relax, fold forward, round your back, drop your head. And use your hands on the mat to gently walk yourself back up and bring your knees together. And hug your knees in. Again, sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and squeeze your knees into your chest. So those where you're still very much engaged because you're holding your shoulders back, sitting up tall, squeezing your knees in. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, relax, melt down. You can round your back, drop your head. And we'll move to hands and knees on your mat. Spread your fingertips wide as you press your palms into the mat, aligning the wrist with your shoulder and elbow. When you find your strong foundation here, just start to move around. Keep in mind your solid foundation of your palms pressing into the mat, your knees. And then let your torso kind of sway back and forth. Maybe make circles. Just explore some movement here. Find what feels really good to you. Maybe you pause there a moment. And find your tabletop here. Keep your head and neck nice and long as you look down at the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Inhale, drop your belly down towards the mat as you lift your gaze. Exhale to cat, dropping your head, rounding your back and tucking your chin to your chest. Inhale to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Move with your breath back and forth. You can start to add in those other movements maybe you were exploring that felt good as you transition back and forth. And come back to your tabletop here. Slide your hands forward and bring your forehead down to the mat, mounting your heart to the earth. Inhale, lift your head, shift your body forward. Extend your legs long and lower your hips down to the mat. Inhale, press into your forearms and your shoulders down, look straight ahead. Each time we're in a pose, feel what parts of your body are engaged. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, when you lower down to the mat, then make sure all those places release, relax. Bring your arms out to the sides and stretch them out. Come to your fingertips. Inhale, lift your head to look straight ahead. Again, notice what's engaged. Your hips, your core, fingertips, all the way up to your shoulders. Maybe your legs are engaged as well. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, relax down to the mat. You can lay one cheek on the mat. Bring your hands just below your shoulders with your elbows tucked in. Inhale, press into your palms again, looking straight ahead. Again, noticing what feels engaged, what do you feel in your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and relax, release down to the mat. One more deep breath in here. Let it out. We're going to press back up to hands and knees on the mat. Get a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, press into the tops of your feet. Press into your palms. Lift your knees up off the mat. Just take about 2 breaths here. Feel how much your body's engaged. And then exhale, gently release your knees down and sit back on your heels for child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. You're going to do that again. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Press into your feet, press into your palms. Lift the knees. Exhale, gently bring the knees down. Sit back on your heels. Relax your muscles. And really just feel the difference between when you're up in that pose and then when you're relaxed down in your child's pose. We got one more time, so let's come back to our hands and knees. And you may find moments throughout the day where maybe you're chilled, or maybe it's an emotion, you're frustrated or angry, and maybe you notice those feelings of clenching or your body being engaged, just like a pose like this. And just really being mindful and seeing if you can then disengage and relax back into that child's pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, press up. Exhale, gently bring your knees down and sit back into your child's pose. And coming back up to hands and knees. Bring your toes to the mat. And just a couple times here, just sit your hips back so you kind of feel that stretch bending into your toes. And just do that a couple times. It feels really good. Let's just stay there a moment. Otherwise, just do that a couple of times. And then tap the tops of your feet on the mat. And bring your toes back to the mat. Lift your knees, lift your hips, and sit your heels back, coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, bend your knee. As you exhale, bring your knee forward into your chest and place your foot down on the mat. Gently lower your left knee down to the mat. You can keep your toes on the mat or unfold the foot, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Inhale, reach your right arm up high. Exhale, bring your right hand down. You bring your toes to the mat and gently walk your feet back. And rolling onto the ball of your left foot and the heel of your right foot. And bending the knee, walking your feet back forward. Bring your right knee down and sit back on your heels for child's pose. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So coming back through hands and knees, getting your toes on the mat, and lifting up into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, bend your knee. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest and place your foot down. Gently lower your right knee down. And inhale, reaching your left arm up high. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Bring your toes to the mat if they're not already there, and gently walk your hands back. And coming back forward, bring your knee down and sit back on your heels for child's pose. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gently walk your feet up with knees bent to hang down in forward fold. Feel how much your legs are engaged, but the top half of your body should really hang nice and loose and heavy. All the engagement is in your legs. Sit your hips back a little bit more, bend your knees a little bit more, and begin to rise up. Reach your arms up. And exhale, bringing your hands to your heart center. Let your eyes close and do a little check-in with yourself. You need to move around a little bit. You can do that, kind of pedaling your feet out or moving your hips from side to side. Rolling your shoulders around. Or maybe just the stillness is calling to you this morning. We all have a lot in our bodies and in our minds that we need to release and let go of. And when we do that, it creates a lot of space for more inspiration and motivation and positivity. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, sweep your arms down and back behind you, clasping your hands together and pressing your hands down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, gently bring your chin to your chest. You might be someone who holds their tension in their neck and shoulders. So notice here if there's any tension or resistance in leaning your head down. Inhale, gently lift your gaze. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up into the air. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat and step your right foot back. Gently bring your knee down. And bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, break your hands apart. Open your arms up to the side with your elbows bent, so cactus arms here. Open up your chest. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. And bring your left knee down and sit back on your heels for child's pose. Inhale, coming back up through hands and knees to downward facing dog. And walk your feet up to hang down and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step your left leg back. Bring your knee down. Unfold the foot. And lift up, bringing hands to your heart center. Inhale, open up your arms, open up your chest. Lift your chin just slightly. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and bring your knee down, sitting back on your heels for child's pose. Moving back in downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, walk your feet up to hang down in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And gently rise all the way up. We move into a couple of balancing poses. So if you need to adjust yourself, move your mat near a wall or a piece of furniture to help with your balance this morning, you can do that now. And settle your feet into your mat. We're going to balance on our right leg for our standing leg first. So press your foot into the mat, bend the knee. Maybe a couple times, really feel nice and solid there. Stand up nice and tall. Clasp your hands together. When you have your balance here, begin to lift your left knee out in front of you. Reach your arms forward, grab that knee, and gently draw it up into your chest. Now, if you're down here with your knee, that's fine. As long as you're in the direction of drawing it in, and if that's all the farther it goes, then that's what the pose will look like for you. Just notice if it's because of any clenching right in here. And if you slowly release that, can you draw it further in? Exhale, gently release the leg down to the mat. And just walk your feet back and forth a couple times. We'll switch sides. Stand up nice and tall and begin to lift your right knee out in front. Clasping your hands together, grab that knee and gently draw it in. Exhale, release your foot down and walk your hands back and forth, or your feet. And we'll come back to your right leg as your standing leg. We're going to do the same thing. So begin to lift your left knee. See when you can lean forward and catch it with your hands, gently drawing it in. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, see if you can relax, pull it in a little bit further. And then open it up to the left. And reach your right arm out the other way for a little counterbalance. Inhale everything back center. Exhale, gently release down. Walk your feet back and forth. And we'll do the same on the other side. So pressing down into your left leg, nice bend in the knee. And begin to lift your right knee out in front. Grabbing it with your hands, gently drawing it in. And then opening it up. Inhale, everything center. Exhale, release. Walk those feet back and forth. And then turn sideways on your mat to take a nice wide-legged stance. My blanket here. Place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and just start doing that kind of waving back and forth, bending into each knee. Maybe you're the top half of your body moves a little, starts to wave a little bit more. Just keep your feet nice and solid on the mat. And then come to your wide-legged stance. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, fold forward at the hips, keeping the shoulders back nice and straight. And then pause when you can't go any further. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, completely surrender, release forward. Bend your knees as much as you would like. And here you can also kind of do that same thing where you're bending into each knee and waving your body back and forth. And bring your hands to your knees. Sink your hips back. Press your hands into your knees to gently guide you back up nice and slow. And you can heel toe your feet back in and come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, diving down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on the mat, step both feet back. Gently bring your knees down. Bring your big toes together and move your knees as wide as the mat. Then gently sit back on your heels. See if you feel any of that resistance in the wide-legged child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the mat and just breathe into it. One more breath. Inhale. Moving back up to hands and knees. Walk your knees forward and come into a seated position. Bring your feet to the mat with your knees up. Grab behind your thighs or underneath your knees here. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, so to recline back to your arms are about almost straight here. Keep your chin lifted. You can stay right here. If you want, you can begin to lift your feet, maybe just a little. Release your hands. Lots of different variations. In each way, your body is very much engaged. A nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring your feet down and relax forward. Let all those muscles disengage. And then gently lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bringing your knees in. And gently place your feet onto the floor. And press your arms to your side with your palms down on the mat. And do one more exercise with engaging and releasing. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it out. Inhale, press into your feet, press into your palms, lift your hips, coming into bridge pose. Exhale, gently bring your hips back down. And then extend your legs and just let everything go soft. You can bring over a pillow or blanket and cover yourself up, keep you nice and warm. And curl up your toes and kind of clench your toes in. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Release those toes. Inhale, clench your knees, clench your buttocks, everything from the waist down, just clench it, engage it. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it go, release. Now make a fist and clench your fist, engage your arms. Maybe even lift them up off the mat a little bit, really hold them tight. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. And do the shoulders. So inhale, really engage the shoulders. Maybe you scrunch them up. Maybe you're just going to hold them in or hold them up. Whatever that means to you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release. And inhale, gently lift your head just a couple inches off the mat. Feeling your neck engaged. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Release and relax. Let your eyes gently close, but if they don't close all the way and then kind of flutter the bottom, that's okay. And if your mouth slightly open, disengaging the jaw. Let your jaw feel nice and loose, almost like it's going to just melt off your face. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. Just reflect on the idea of releasing and letting go, both in your body and in your mind. My daily stoicism for today was about countering bad habits with good ones. For kind of like what we were doing, we're clenching and releasing, matching a bad habit with a good one. So if you find yourself saying something very negative about yourself, countering it by saying something positive, and so on and so forth. So just reflect on that. I definitely will be today. And I want to thank you for practicing with me today. So throughout your day, try to find moments where you can kind of squeeze everything in and then just relax, release, let those things go, let them just slide away. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to always be kind. Namaste.